Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Did you just call me a dildo face?
That's what friends are for.
Hey Jill, where'd you get that black 4-ball?
That's clever. Well, as with any black cat, or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. I found him in the alleys near the building. Not long after I moved here, I think.
Ah, I see.
It was quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could.
I shot all the dogs with a rifle.
There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that's some rainwater in it, and so I threw that water over the dogs.
They melted.
Yeah, they died because it was actually acid rain, and the cat's mom wasn't nearby. Well, I thought the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked, and it turns out the little shit started following me.
So you brought it home?
At first, I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying.
It was destiny, girl.
When he came, he was so cute, though. It's not like the fat mass that had been sleeping on the table.
Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know.
He can fucking talk.
Oh ho.
Shit. I actually did that in front of someone else. That's even better, dude. That's great.
Oh ho ho ho.
Anyway.
Don't.
Jill's
anyway,
a fucking cat lady.
Do you normally speak for your cat like that?
Maybe. I wonder if Gil's alright.
I wonder if Gil. Yeah, okay. You worried about him?
You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot.
You could be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him.
And third?
He absolutely hates bell pepper.
He does?
I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it.
Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something.
He's not.
Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy?
He showed up in the door of the bar.
He... what?
Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion.
Right, levitation potion.
It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave him the drinks for free. After a couple, he broke down crying.
Huh?
I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day.
Damn.
I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him for what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally.
What surprises me is that you took him in so easily.
I could take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily.
I see.
You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know.
How so?
I forgot about the drinking.
That's alright.
I'll drink two, real quick. Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. That was terrible. Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course.
There
like
you
that
go.
blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name.
Alma?
I was gonna say Armitage.
Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot.
Are you alright, Jill?
Yeah, why?
Oh, Jill's getting a little,
a little big red.
It's weird to see you say so openly that someone's hot.
What? Even you can see she has a hot bod, boss.
You'll find no objections here.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and...
Jill, you sure you aren't drunk?
I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean... But those are thoughts I leave to myself. I don't think I can handle her in a relationship.
She's too powerful.
She has weird standards. That, and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though. That she became a regular's a blessing.
Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl.
Ah, Dorothy.
She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement.
Jeez,
Probably poor word choice, but...
No, I think it's correct, though. I've kind of noticed that, too.
You know.
But
you
then again, Lilum can be weird. Yeah.
You think?
Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can just reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must.
I didn't see it that way.
Aside from that, Dorothy's DFC-72, it's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so... I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction.
Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though.
It is?
You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of automatons.
Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake.
Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum?
As far as I know, it's because they all came from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilim are Lilith's offspring in the Jewish folklore.
Ooh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare.
Ah! Don't say it.
See, like that.
It's not a big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud.
Try me.
Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne?
Not all of it. My little sister's a big fan of the reruns.
Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costumes and the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was like one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere.
I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice.
Dude, it was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight.
That does sound pretty rad.
She fights demons born from greed and vanity.
Alright, this is radical.
How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies. And yet still found solace in trying to be a real role model?
Wow.
Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was pretty ambitious for a kid's show. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck, yo.
Whoa, you got excited there.
And that is the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters.
Something tells me you still can.
That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then.
Oh.
I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold a grudge against those fuck jobs.
Sounds rough.
You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? Jill didn't have to worry about her thighs.
Yeah.
I worried about jerk asses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect.
And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable.
I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss?
When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with the kids bigger than me.
Hell yeah.
Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better.
Fair enough. Say, boss, how do you like them men?
2D.
2D?
Yes. I don't mind anything as long as that thing is cute or 2D. How about you?
Back in high school, I liked them funny.
So there's a chance.
Yeah. In college, I liked them successful. Damn.
That implies I'm funny.
Shit.
In college, I liked them. Oh, you said... I'm so stupid. I read the line after. Like, you say it. I've done it like 6 times now.
It happens sometimes. After a while, I just wanted them stable, and now...
And now...
I don't want them at all. I don't know. I stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about him being successful. I realized that half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me.
Damn.
And then I stopped caring about him being stable. I realized they were kind of the person I was trying not to become.
Not become stable?
Exactly. There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. He started being physically ill.
Damn.
He got fucking sick, yo. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex.
The bed could catch fire, you know.
Not you, too. I kinda envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps a guy, it's for less petty reasons.
Poor Jill.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's just, you know, it all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. Lenore! She was all of what I just said. She made me laugh, she had a good position, and was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why can't I get my mind off the whole thing? It's maddening. Maybe I should go and apologize. Maybe I should. Maybe that'll make me rest easier at night and get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but...
Hey Jill, have you ever tried thinking about clothes for 4?
Clothes for...
Listen, I know how you must feel, but you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by those thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking about what kind of clothes you can put on 4.
Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kinds of people do you have in it?
Keep in mind, you're included in the circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. A red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris.
I want to meet Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing?
That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly.
Oh, is that where Nirvana's going to take place?
Maybe?
She's managing a bar too?
I got the idea.
Oh, it's
from her,
totally...
actually.
Dude, this is totally going to be it. Oh. Yeah, okay, perfect.
It's called Nirvana. And if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with over there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with.
An means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there?
I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana B in the hotel instead.
Weird decision.
I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave.
Woman caves.
That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the San Francisco police force. I almost read that as Neo-San. I was really sad with myself. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime.
Wait, you were in the what?
I've done lots of things, Joe. Fought bears. In the police.
Train bears, have bear pets.
Spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot.
Corporate what?
I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you?
I guess I have acquaintances here and there.
Jill is very red.
Yeah. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here is Alma, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat.
Hey, cat's fine too, you know.
Okay, boss, I have to know.
About what?
About your arm.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Come on, I want to know how you got it.
Fine.
Yes?
I had to use a couple favors to get it. I accepted no less than state-of-the-art tech. That's how I got it.
That's technically correct, but come on!
Why do you want to know how I got it?
I just want to know more about you. You're always so cool and awesome, and can you at least tell me if it does something cool?
It does have a couple of utilities installed, yeah. There's an HDD in the forearm I use to save assorted data. It has a flashlight and a clock. Many prosthetic arms have that nowadays, kind of like watches.
How'd you feel when you lost it?
To be honest, I was sad. But I was also satisfied. Yeah, I lost my dominant arm, but its sacrifice helped a bigger purpose. If I had to lose another limb to accomplish such a thing, again, I'd totally do it. But of course, I just hope it doesn't come to that ever again.
Now you're just teasing me.
You'll hear nothing else from me, young lady.
That was
Damn,
cool.
That was good.
That was fun little dialogue. So that's definitely the halfway point of the game officially. That's gotta be it. Because it's winter, you know?
Yeah.
I think it started, I don't know, a few days ago, so it's, I mean...
It's just snowing. It was always winter.
Yeah, it was always winter, but now it's cold.
Now it's really chilly.
Cold means middle.
Oh, wow.
Chapter 2.
We're not even... we
What?
are not far. I think there's 3 chapters.
Oh, okay.